Well, good Sunday morning. Welcome to South Florida Sunday. I'm Jennifer Ross. My co-host in the morning, Dina Lang. Color me surprised. She's involved with a sexy, sensational singles night. Maybe her live-in boyfriend doesn't know that yet, but she probably agreed to MC this event of a bachelorette auction before she had her live-in boyfriend. Christine King, Jason Dollard, they're the co-chairs of the event. Welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here.
Thank you very much.
So I got to know, before we go any further, how long ago did you ask Dina to be the MC for this?
A few months ago, actually.
See, she was single. She had an ulterior motive. She was going to go looking for a guy at this event.
She's very kind.
And she is very kind, and I'm giving her grief. But your event is Thursday night. Tell me all about it. I know it's got a lot of single guys in it. You're going to auction off men and women. All the money goes to a great cause. Christine, why don't you start?
Definitely. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, we're very excited. We have bachelors and bachelorettes up for auction. It's going to be at the Back Room in Delray Beach, which is on Atlantic, west of Congress. And it's a really fun evening. All of the proceeds go to an organization called Prep and Sports.
What is Prep and Sports?
Okay, Prep and Sports is a local Delray organization. It was started by TJ Jackson, who played for Virginia Tech and then went on to the NFL and played for the Dallas Cowboys. When TJ was younger, he kind of struggled in school. And when he came back and got done with his career, he decided, I want to help out the youth in the area. So what Prep and Sports does is kind of tell the kids, sports is great and it's a means to an end, but don't let it be the only thing you do. Education is what is the key, and education will help you get somewhere in life. So we try and teach these kids, get them outside of the classroom, tutoring them. In the summer, they take classes with teachers who volunteer their time, and we kind of get these kids kind of on the right track. If they have, trouble with, reading or trouble with math or whatever, we try and focus in on those things and help them out. And it's really been good. And we now have, I think, we had a board meeting the other week, and I think it's something like 6 or 7 of our former people who were involved, kids who were involved, are now on scholarship playing football in college.
That's awesome.
I mean, if you look I think it was yesterday, I was reading an article on Mark Brunell, who's been 18 years in the NFL, and he's made over $50 million, and he's bankrupt. So, I mean, when he retires after this year, he's going to have to go get a job. The article was saying he's already got a 9-to-5 job lined up as like a medical sales rep. Here's a guy who's an all-pro, played in the playoffs, almost went to the Super Bowl, and got no money to fall back on. So it's important that these kids realize that, while the NFL is great, it's still a dream, and it's sometimes an unattainable dream, and you need something that's going to help you get through life and help you succeed at life.
And one of our stars of the Prep and Sports program is actually Brandon Flowers. He went through the entire Prep and Sports program and on to the NFL.
Who's he play for?
Brandon plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a starting cornerback for them. Brandon's heavily involved in the organization, along with several other players through TJ's contacts. Jerome Harrison, who plays for the Detroit Lions. Several other players are involved, but Brandon's the main kind of contact with it. Brandon is kind of our star of things, and he's heavily involved, and we have a couple of great events during the summer.
That's pretty cool. But I mean, I would think if you have an NFL player there mentoring these kids or just giving them a talk, that must have a huge impact on these kids.
Indeed, absolutely. No question about it. They really look up to these sports figures, and for them to come in and help them on the field and then to really hone in on the educational component, it's really successful.
How'd you guys get involved? Christine, you want to start?
Well, we met TJ, and we needed to figure out who was going to be the beneficiary of this year's event. Last year we raised over $10,000. Our goal this year is to raise over $15,000. And we met with TJ and really learned about the organization. And I own a fitness company, so sports has always been a part of my life. And of course, Jason can recount every stat there is in the world of sports.
Yeah, I just figured that out when he was rattling off all these football players' names, and I'm going, who? Sorry, Jason.
And we decided they would be very valuable beneficiaries of this money. And then Jason was invited to be on the board of Prep and Sports.
It is the Sexy Sensational Singles, a charity bachelorette auction to benefit Prep and Sports. It is this Thursday night from 6 to 8 at the Back Room in Delray Beach, and as Christine mentioned earlier, it's right on Atlantic Avenue west of Congress. Money to get in, what's it cost?
It is $15 in advance. You can go to lifeonlybetter.com to purchase tickets or call 561-866-9068. It's $20 at the door. And we actually have a surprise that we're announcing on your show today, Jennifer.
That's kind of scary.
We do.
Before you get to the surprise, Christine, how many bachelors and how many bachelorettes are there?
We have 4 bachelors and 4 bachelorettes.
I would assume they're prominent people or somebody's got, and I know you're chomping at the bit over here to give me this surprise, so I'm holding you off there, Christine. Just
That's
one
fine.
more second.
Yeah.
Some of the women that may be available. This is terrible. And do they come like with packages? Like if I buy Barbara, I'm not saying there's a Barbara there, but if I buy Barbara, does Barbara come with a dinner and a limo or movie tickets or?
What we've done and what we found worked last year, basically each person, the bachelor and the bachelorette, both get, a gift bag. And they get, included in that gift bag will be a gift card to a restaurant that they can take out and go out to dinner with the person. I don't want to say that they purchased, but they
did. They bought them.
They bought them.
You can't have them over like to clean your house.
No. This is
okay.
not like, you get them for the day and, they do all your errands or anything like that. This is,
come on, that's my kind of auction. I need somebody like that.
Hey,
I need like rent a husband. Why don't you do rent a?
I have
bid
one.
on a
You can
husband.
borrow. I have a rent-a-husband.
Can I rent your husband?
Yeah, I don't have a husband. I have a rent-a-husband.
Do you
that I
really?
use for household things. Yes, I'm happy to share him with you.
Is he
Right
like
here.
a friend's husband? Is that what
No,
you're pawning off some friends?
No, he's my handyman, but I call him rent-a-husband, and he comes over and does everything. I give him a list, and it gets
you go.
done.
Here's an idea for you next year's
Next
auction,
year.
by
Next
the way.
year.
You auction off rent-a-husbands, and they'd be huge. But I'm sorry, Jason, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, that's okay. What we've tried to do is kind of get some people who have, I don't want to say a local celebrity to them within Delray, but I mean, people that are known and that are involved in the community.
Obviously single.
A couple of the bachelors that we have, one is a gentleman named Kurt Lehman. Kurt's heavily involved in Delray Beach through charities and the chamber. He owns a realty company, Lehman Realty.
All different sizes, shapes, ages?
All, yes.
Different
Yep.
hair colors, beautiful blondes, beautiful brunettes.
How old do they go, guys?
Well, guys, I think our oldest is 42, 40-something.
Okay.
And then the youngest, I think, 23, 24.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
you kind of like cover the gamut.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
All right.
and like I said, we try to get people that are known to people and, that can come in. I mean, this is all for a great charity, and we're trying to have a good night. And actually, he'd be mad at me if I didn't mention him that he's a bachelor. His name is Wayne Pasick. He's a local kind of celebrity within Delray. He's a bartender over at City Oyster. Everybody knows Wayne. It's kind of like you walk into Cheers and Wayne's, hey, how you doing type of thing. He's a great guy. And I think Christine can kind of mention some of the bachelorettes we have.
We do. We have Aliona, who runs the Arts Garage in downtown Delray Beach. A couple of other young ladies, Leslie from Northwest Mutual in Boca Raton, Evelyn, who is a recruiter for the Marriott and Hilton hotels. Really lovely ladies, beautiful girls.
Now, I know, Christine, you have a special announcement to make about one of the bachelors, so be my guest.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Yes, we do, and everyone is chomping at the bit to learn who our celebrity Miami Heat player is as a bachelor, and it is Dexter Pittman. He's been so gracious enough to come up from Miami. He is adorable. So it's out now, it's official, and we're very pleased to have him.
So Dexter Pittman, who plays for the Miami Heat, is going to be one of your bachelors on Thursday night. Starts at 6 o'clock at the back room in Delray Beach. It is the Sexy Sensational Singles, a charity bachelorette auction.
There's another large draw to this event, too, because we have great raffle items and auction items. And people come to the event particularly for that. And the two greatest ones we have this year is a cruise package, and we have a Masters golf package as one of our auction items.
How did you get the Masters?
I have a
I was
friend.
going to say that has to be, because those are family things. You just can't get tickets to the Masters.
My friend, Mr. Wayne Player, has offered us a 2-day package at the Masters. He will host the event. It includes accommodations, food, liquor, escorted to the Masters. It's an amazing package, and we have that available.
Is that Gary Player's son?
Yes, sir.
Does he have a great accent like his dad?
Yes.
It's adorable.
Isn't it? Don't they? I could listen to him talk all day. I used to love watching Gary Player play golf just to hear him do the interviews because of that lovely South African accent. I was like, oh, talk to me. Sing to me.
And he likes to talk, so.
Oh, good. So that's one of them. And then you get a cruise?
We have a cruise, and we have lots of different sports memorabilia, spa packages. Just for the raffle items and auction items alone is a great event.
What's the average bachelor or bachelorette sell for?
Well, last year the high end I think went for $850. I think was the high bachelor. The high bachelorette was in the 300-400s, I think. But on average, they were going about $175-200. And we start the bidding at $75, and it goes in $25 increments from there.
Our own and my partner, Dina Lang, is going to be your celebrity MC. The place to be if you want to have a date with Miami Heat, Dexter Pittman. I'm telling you, it could be love at first sight, and whoever he buys him could end up courtside at the next Miami Heat game if they ever decide to finish this lockout thing going on. I can't thank you guys enough. It is called the Sexy Sensational Singles, a charity bachelorette auction. All to benefit prep and sports. Dina Lang is your MC at 6 to 8 at the back room in Delray Beach on Thursday night, Atlantic Avenue west of Congress. Christine King, Jason Dollard, the co-chairs, thank you very much. The website, once again, Christine, for tickets and more information.
LifeOnlyBetter.com or 561-866-9068. And Jennifer, thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
You're very kind.
Welcome. And we made life a little bit easier. If you go to WRMF.com, click on events, we'll have a direct link to your event.
Thank you so
somebody
much.
could buy tickets. And coming up next, she's been patiently waiting in the green room. The Honorable Jerry Moyo, the mayor of West Palm Beach, talking about traffic cameras, the resignation of the police chief, the water situation, and everything that's good about the city of West Palm.